welcome back to Bet or Forget for another ripping year with my man Ryan Cook there in Australia. I am Louis Herman Watt, and we're going to start in your neck of the woods. No Christmas present for you, Ryan. We're talking Gold Coast, we're talking debacles, but we're going to be racing at night for the Magic Millions meet now, a week late. Interesting though, should we be running these meets as night meets regardless? Bet or Forget?
Yeah, g'day Louis. I'm going to have to bet on this one. What a debacle it has been on the Gold Coast for the last couple of weeks. I think they've fallen backwards into a pretty good problem to have here if this does work out in their favour. I've always flown the flag for night meetings. I think we need more of them in Australia. Works well if you're a family man, and there is talk of free entry for the punters into this meeting, so I think this is going to work out very nicely.
It was such a shame the way the weather came on Saturday, but I think you're right. Like, I'll bet it as well that this is going to be a good thing. We love innovation. I think night racing is kind of the untapped potential of the racing game. But the caveat being, you're up against the Big Bash, you're up against the Australian Open now. All of a sudden, racing has to put its big boy pants on as an entertainment prospect and try and get some ratings because you right are in that primetime slot. So I think it is a good thing in a roundabout way, but it's kind of an interesting one to watch and see what those viewership numbers will be. Hey, Savagely, we've all been watching him with interest. What a stunning colt he is, winning again in the weekend. Looks like they're missing the Karaka Classic and they're going to the Australian Guineas. I think it's a good idea because I think he can win it. What about you? Bet or Forget?
Yeah, I thought you'd be up and about for this one, Louis. I'm going to bet you here. I'd like to see him perform well over here in Australia. It'd be quite the story as a 400k purchase. It was so outstanding on the weekend though when he got forward early, then settled back in his work and just basically gave nothing else a chance. I think the Guineas would be a perfect race for him, and I hope he can be New Zealand's next big thing.
Look, I was suspicious of him as a 2-year-old, but as a 3-year-old, I mean, what an incredible racehorse he's furnished into. He's that beautiful Waikato stud pedigree, so he really is Kiwi through and through. And I think he can go to the Australian Guineas and win. He just seems to be getting better and better, and what an amazing stallion prospect he is. It's interesting though, you think about the autumn of racing, stallion prospects, these valuable colts. I was looking at the futures. The All-Star Mile. For you, is the All-Star Mile a race that gets these real top liners now? Does it have its place in the calendar? Does it have an identity? Bet or Forget?
I'm going to forget here. I feel like we're always told that it should have its place on the calendar, but last year's edition was kind of forgettable. I think as far as Savagely is concerned, it's going to depend on who the slot holders are, but right now we've got the likes of Via Sestino, Mr. Brightside again, and Tino potentially lining up. If he comes out and wins a Guineas, that looks like the likely path for him. So yeah, I'd love to see him line up in a race like that.
I don't want to be an All-Star Mile basher just for the sake of it, but yeah, as you make the point, we have all these nice horses in the futures and often they don't all end up going there. And if you were a valuable colt, would you? Probably not. So that's Bet or Forget, punters. We'll see you later in the week.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website